Hello everyone, this is Ingrid from thinkingthis.com, and today we will be flipping through my 2026 A5 vertical sterling ink complete common planner. April was rough and May was rough. And June I was coming back for air, so it's been wild. It's been a wild ride. So here we go. So here we have the year at a glance. As each month passes, I put a sticker to indicate the crystal for that month. And it's a nice way to fill the page out and help me remember what month color / crystal goes with each month. But it does help me see at a glance when I'm in a new month, basically. And so this is only functional in terms of it being fun, and I'm inspired to get to the next month and have things decorated so that I can make sure this is filled in. So it's almost like it's marking the project for me. And it's possible that if I didn't have this going, quarter 2 may not have gotten decor on some days, because quarter 1 was hard and quarter 2 was harder, as we'll see in this flip through. All right, this again, nothing filled in here. I just could not get myself together with that. Here we have the content tally. I am missing some information for July, so I'm going to have to come back to record that, but that's how that's looking so far. Then we have quarter 1, which we discussed in my quarter 1 flip through, which I'll be linking up on the right hand side of your screen. And here's quarter 2. Not much tracking happened in quarter 2 because quarter 2 was a mess. It was a mess. And here we have quarter 3. Starting to get things together. Quarter 4, nothing new on quarter 4 because we're not there yet. Okay, now these are all my initial setup pages. So if you want to take a closer look at that, be sure to check out my quarter 1 video or my setup video. If my setup video is out in time, then I'll link that up at the top. But that video was started in quarter 1, and because quarter 1 and quarter 2 were such a disaster, I am still not done with that video. Okay, we've seen that, we've discussed that. Okay, we're gonna jump right into the daily pages because, as I said in my previous video, and this is the Cartomancy spread. This is how that's shaping out. This is another, it works a lot like the year at a glance does in terms of the color, and the sticker is going to remind me what the theme is. So even though wands is depicted with red a lot of times, like traditionally, it's blue because August color is soda light. And so that's what happens. Just the decor matches the monthly theme. And that is how the Cartomancy is shaping up. We have the purchases page, which I've not done a very good job keeping updated. I think the last time, I can see the last time I recorded any purchases was May. Just not keeping up with it because it's been a crazy quarter. It's been a crazy quarter. Okay, this is not much has changed here, so we're going to leave that alone. And we are going directly to the dailies that were not discussed in the last video, and that begins here. It begins here. So, as I've stated, I use the date at the top of the daily page to record gratitude for that actual day. So this January 27th, this is the gratitude for that day. Then I put a stripe that goes with that month because January's color was yellow/gold. I added that there. However, under here, we've got March and we have April. So these colors shifted to match the monthly theme of where this entry is actually being written. And so here we go. Even though it's January, these entries are for April because April's color is green. And this helps me know what month it happened in, because I'm not writing April. It's just the color. I know it was April because that's the color for April. And if I'm ever confused, pop over to the front. Oh, this is the color for April. So there we go. Okay, and I apologize for all the blurry stuff, but this book gets personal, and when it's personal, it gets blurred. And here is May. May's daily pages right here. So I don't know. Do you notice how very little writing occurred? Very little. And that's because April was rough and May was rough. And June I was coming back for air. So it's been wild. It's been a wild ride. Okay, so here we go. We've got a little snippet of what's happening in May. A snippet that happened in June. And I normally do a continuous writing situation. So normally the next entry for May would be here, but I put a June thing here because this June thing is related to what's happening up here. And so that's why, even though I generally don't do that, I did do it this time just because this thing here is related to this thing here. So I came back specifically to write that here. So there's a little bit of jumping around, but that's what we have an index for. And that's what we have page numbers for, to help us find the related items. Okay. So yeah, here's a May entry. And again, I'm not going to say it again. I've said it 5 or 6 times already, I think. But here's May, and this is a pen test. I got a 72 pen glass tip pen, and I just decided to write as much as I could with 1 dip of ink just to see how it works. This was pretty good. However, the Yamabudo ink likes to act up. And that's what happened down here. I put this sticker here that says covering the bleed through. And the sticker doesn't say that. My words say covering the bleed through, and these stickers are all covering the bleed through. It was very annoying. Something I have to get used to is figuring out what pen/ink combo the paper can tolerate. Okay, this spread was made in May. And because May's color is blue, I decorated it with blue. And this was a way for me to clear the books that were on my desk, because I had a giant stack on my desk and I wanted to remember why they were there. If they just get reshelved, I'll forget what my intention was with even reading that book. So I just decided to make my list. These are the books that are in progress. These are the books related to career/content, and these are the books related to personal growth. Okay, and we have seen that weekly before, so we're not going to talk about it. Just journal entry. This is where June begins. You see we have the second Thursday. And because it's yellow, I know that this is June's, even though the top says February 10th. Okay, we've got a weekly review here. Got another weekly review here. And so the way the stickers work is I just come back in when I have time. If there's a space, I will put a sticker there. Because if I try to decorate before I start writing, I may end up stuck in decoration mode. So the decorating the daily pages happens after the fact. Like I'm going to put the date sticker down, and then after that it's like, bro, just write. Okay, here we have July. July begins right here. And that's it. It is now August 8th, and this is where we're at in terms of daily pages/journaling. There's just not much going on because it's been a crazy month. I mean, it's been a crazy quarter. Crazy quarters. Okay, I believe this was seen, so I'm not going to talk about that too much. Okay, here is the March/April health tracker. This is week 13. And this is week 14. Yeah. This is where the falling off begins. I had some family come to visit, and when that happens, there's a lot of socializing and cleaning. Cleaning before they arrive and socializing when they arrive, and so not much decorating happened. Okay, and here is the April cover page. If you want to see this in stop motion, you should check out my shorts playlist where I do a stop motion cover page video, I guess. And this is April's monthly. Okay. So this washi here is indicating people visiting. And this down here, this green highlight under the washi, was the days my husband was hospitalized. So that's why quarter two was crappy. That's why Q2 was crappy. Because, yeah. So, yeah, my husband got very sick and was hospitalized twice in Q2. So, once in April and once in May. And so, that's it. That's what happened. This is April's habit tracker. This is the kid tracker. The devotional tracker. And the pet tracker. And the reading and scribe tracker for April. Okay, next up we've got week 15, when the drama became full force. The drama's full force. I had some stickers that matched perfectly, and because of that, I was able to just grab them and drop them in. Nope, not today. I was supposed to do stuff, didn't do it. Nope, not today. Cursing because I hadn't done any bookkeeping since Tuesday, and, you know, tax week was the following week. So I was stressing. Need a nap. And I put my big girl pants on, and that was pretty, I call that all the errands and all the phone calls. I hate the phone calls. So because that's what I did, I decided, hey, that sticker works. All of these stickers actually came from the Happy Planner Sassy Plans sticker book. So that fit. The Sassy Plans. Okay, so no decor here because this is the week my husband got sick. And then this is the week he was hospitalized. And my husband was hospitalized, and all I got to show for it was this parking sticker. Yeah, so I found a bunch of the stickers in my wallet, and I decided, hey, just glue that in the appropriate day. And I drew a little border around it, and that was that. That's what I did. Here we have the April/May health tracker. And let's see, the other weekly. Right here. Got busy again. My husband was released. Not busy, but it was less busy because my husband was released from the hospital, and I had time to decorate and plan out my weeklies. And then we have week 18. And that's that. Here we go. Now we're in May. May's theme was the waxing gibbous and blue fluorite. And I believe moonstone. Waxing gibbous, blue fluorite, and moonstone. So there are some moonstone stickers here. So this is the blue fluorite that I made on Adobe Express. So is this. So is this. This is moonstone. This is moonstone. And And this is May's monthly. My husband was also hospitalized in May, but I didn't even bother laying washi tape down for it. I mean, I guess I could come back and do it, but we've moved on. If I had it handy, like right here in front of me, I could probably lay some washi tape down there to make that stand out. But it was a long time. He was hospitalized for like 3 weeks. So, yeah. Luckily, he's out now, and we're doing everything we can to keep him from having to go back in. Okay. So, May's monthly. And look at this. Very little tracking because it was crazy. It was crazy. It was a crazy, crazy month. And so making the decorations and making the stickers was therapeutic. But it did not keep me tracking, because it was just too busy to track. And then I would just forget. Did I do it there? Did I do it? I don't know. And so that's what happened. Here we have the kid trackers. It's very sparse again. Devotional tracker. Pet tracker. Scribe and reading tracker. So one thing that you're going to notice is that I like to keep the scribe and reading tracker the same. I don't know if this is something I'm going to do every year, but for this book, I really like to have the book sticker, the ink and quill, and the crystal vase. And so this is always going to be a feature of the reading and scribe tracker. The devotional and the pet might change, but this is something I'm keeping consistent. And it's the same thing with the kid trackers. I like these crescent moons and I like these gemstones, so I'll use that every time as well. For this book. Next year, we'll see what I decide. Okay, and so here is week 19. Week 19, another hospital parking pass, because that's what we got. And then we have week 20, hospital parking pass. I tried it over here, but I ran out of time and then I just didn't do it. And so here we have the May-June health tracker. And you see again, May, I didn't mark anything because May was crazy. June, I started coming back. In June. Here is week 21. Still doing the hospital thing. But that is the last week, I believe. Or I believe it is the last week. Yeah. So my husband's back. Tried to do a little time blocking, but I did not get very far. So I just started doing it. Just started doing the things and didn't time block. Okay, and now here we have June. June's theme I know it's Tiger Eye, but the lunar phase is eluding me. June's theme was solstice, so I just chose whatever phase for the moon there. But June's theme was solstice, Tiger Eye, and so I had to put a tiger lily, and I cut these stickers. I made these digital stickers on Adobe Express, and I cut them horizontally to just give that same feeling of the Tiger Eye crystal, that same stripy feeling. And this is the June monthly. This is the June habit tracker. This is week 23, if I'm not mistaken. I decorated this live. If I did, you will see it linked in the right-hand corner of your screen. The June kid trackers, and this is where the gratitude daily, saving the 3 lines, kind of messed up a little, because I saved these 3 lines when I was planning this out, but then I forgot to do I forgot to do gratitude for June 1st. So like everything is shifted down. I'm running out of space. I'm working down here at the bottom. So it didn't work out well in June, that little idea. So yeah, that was the one flaw with this gratitude at the top thing. Okay, so we have a devotional tracker here. We've got the cat tracker here. And here we go with the reading and scribe. Once again, the book, ink and the quill, and then the crystal vase. And that's it for that. Now, this is week 24. And this is week 25, and I know I went live for this. I put this sticker down after the fact because it just was the perfect size and nothing to record there. It was Father's Day, and so there was nothing to record. And then week 26. And here we have week 24 and week 24. We have the June, July trackers, and it includes some of August too, because this cycle was very short, and it takes like a good 90 minutes to get this tracker going, and I was just really annoyed to start a new tracker. And I said, you know what, let's see if both menstrual cycles will fit on one tracker, and it did. So kind of saved myself some time, and I didn't have to do a July August. I could just go right to August. And this is week 27. This is where we're going into July. And then we have July. And actually, we're going to stop there because that's quarter 3. So if you're thirsty for what does quarter 3 look like, again, be sure to check out my shorts playlist because you'll see a stop motion of this decor. But we're going to stop here because quarter 3 starts in July. So stay tuned for the next video. Like and subscribe so that you can see what I do for July and August. We're going to jump right to the index just to show you how that has evolved. We've got this January here, February, March, and then April, May, and June. I need to come back in here to add July and August. And then this is how the collections, I don't know how much you can see because again, I blur this stuff. It's just too personal. Some of the titles of these entries are too personal, so it's just better to blur. And that's it. Oh, and here's the washi tape graveyard. This is what that's looking like. I've gone to a second page for that. So we'll see what happens for the rest of the year. Will I need a third page? Who knows, but stay tuned. Okay, now we're going to jump right into the favorite spreads of the quarter. And of course, we have to include the cover page because this is beautiful. It's my favorite color. These flowers are gorgeous. Everything's gorgeous. Everything's gorgeous. Yeah, everything's gorgeous. So that's a favorite. This is also a favorite. Even though it was a rough month, green is my favorite color. And this is just beautiful to look at. I like to come back and look at this. Okay, next up. This, I like these stripes. But I don't know, I don't think it's a favorite. It's not a favorite. This is a favorite because I just love the way this is happening here. I love this washi and it matches this. It just looks so good. Okay. This is a favorite. I decided, even though I'm a May Taurus, this Taurus washi just matches the theme. And so, hey, drop it in because some of April is in Taurus. Or some of Taurus is in April. There's probably not going to be anything in the weeklies worth claiming as a favorite because again, it was just bad. It was just a bad time. Yeah, jumping right into May. The May cover page. A favorite. The May monthly, also a favorite. This This sticker and this sticker, they just go so well together, even though this was just a Temu sticker that I purchased and this was done on Adobe Express. Like, the colors were perfect. Okay, this is a favorite mainly because of this crystal skull, because there's something about this composition here that bothers me. But crystal skull makes it. It makes it. Okay, and then here we are again with kid trackers. Okay, this is a favorite because, again, we had these two things go so well together. So love it. Okay. Any weeklies here? Nope. Nope, because May was trash. No. Okay, June. Any June stuff? Obviously, the June cover page is a favorite. This, not so much. I don't know. It just is what it is, but it's not a favorite. This is a favorite because I love this washi here and this sun. It looks great. Love it. This is not a favorite because this shift to the bottom just bothers me. Yeah, that's it for the favorites, honestly, because any weeklies that are a favorite? Not particularly. No, that tells the whole story. Decorating my planner was very therapeutic during Q2, even though I didn't have time to track and record the things that I decorated. So, you know, that's a little bit of a womp womp, but that said, it was a rough month and I was still able to do my stop motion videos. And so I'm happy about that. I'm happy that I got to do that for me while I was doing all this other stuff. And so that ends our flip through of Q2. Be sure to like and subscribe so that you can be notified when I drop Q3. And we will see you next time. Peace.